99% of men don't do this. Women love it. Do it now. Modern Stoic. Did you know there's a subtle yet powerful language in relationships? A language that, when understood, can completely transform the way you connect with women. Welcome to Blessing of Stoicism. Today, we're uncovering the 8 things women secretly crave, yet seldom express. Trust me, by the end of this journey, you'll know exactly what it takes to captivate a woman's heart in a way that goes beyond the surface. Imagine knowing exactly how to read her emotions, understanding what makes her truly feel seen, and having the ability to unlock her deepest desires. It might sound like a fantasy, but it's not. I'm about to share with you how to tap into those hidden vulnerabilities that most men overlook. When you do, you'll create connections that are not only deeper, but unforgettable. Now picture this. You're on a date. Everything seems fine, but something feels off. What if I told you there's a secret step you can take to completely captivate her, leaving her thinking about you long after the date is over? Sounds too good to be true, right? But here's the hard truth. If you don't learn these secrets, you might miss out on creating a bond that lasts. You could become just another fleeting memory, or worse. She might find someone who understands her needs better. That's why it's so important to stick with me until the end. What I'm about to share could change everything, helping you go from an average connection to one that leaves her unable to stop thinking about you. And don't forget, there's a bonus secret at the end, one so powerful it'll make any woman obsess over you. Before we dive deeper, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell because the life-changing tips I'm about to reveal will set you apart from the rest. Now let's begin with the first secret. First secret, the power of touch before intimacy. In the subtle dance of attraction, there's another powerful, yet often overlooked secret that separates average men from the truly magnetic ones: the strength of eye contact during conversation. Imagine this. You're speaking to a woman, and while your words may be thoughtful, your eyes are darting, distracted, or hesitant. That alone can disrupt the emotional rhythm. Women are deeply intuitive. They notice not just what you say, but how present you are. Eye contact is more than just looking. It's about seeing. When you hold her gaze, not with force, but with steady calmness, you're saying something profound without uttering a word. I'm here with you. I'm not hiding. I see you. This isn't about trying to impress her with intensity. It's about being rooted in the moment, fully tuned into her presence. When you meet her eyes with quiet confidence, it creates a sacred pause in time where walls begin to fall and connection begins to rise. Most men don't realize this. A woman's trust starts to build, not when you touch her hand, but when you meet her eyes with clarity, purpose, and calm. This is where Stoic wisdom shines. The Stoic man doesn't flinch under pressure. He doesn't rush or chase. He remains centered, allowing the woman in front of him to feel the safety of his groundedness. Eye contact becomes a silent act of leadership, a powerful signal that you are emotionally present and anchored. You're not just hearing her words, you're feeling their weight. Men who learn to master this simple, often dismissed art form step into the realm of emotional depth. They don't just communicate, they connect. And that, more than anything, is what women crave. Eye contact is your gateway to emotional intimacy. It breaks through the noise, silences doubts, and invites vulnerability. Practice it with authenticity and patience, and you'll discover that real connection begins not in your words or actions, but in the stillness of a shared gaze. Second secret, the art of flirting with respect. The second secret to becoming the 1% of men that women can't resist is mastering the art of flirting with respect. Many men mistakenly believe that women don't enjoy flirtation, But that couldn't be farther from the truth. Women love being flirted with, but it needs to be done with subtlety, class, and respect. Flirting isn't about making bold or crude moves. It's a strategic game where every action matters. Picture it like a game of chess, where each move is deliberate and carries purpose. The goal is simple. Make her feel desired without making her feel objectified. Show genuine interest in her while leaving just enough mystery to keep her intrigued. Intrigue is one of the most powerful forces in attraction. You don't need cheesy pickup lines or to pretend to be someone you're not. Instead, focus on humor and sincere, understated compliments that leave her smiling without feeling pressured. This form of flirtation creates an emotional connection while ensuring she feels respected and valued. Imagine you're at a social event and spot a woman across the room. Instead of rushing over with exaggerated praise or awkward flattery, you casually share a witty observation. It's effortless, light-hearted, and leaves her wondering what you'll say next. In that moment, you've sparked her curiosity without crossing any boundaries. The power lies in your ability to maintain composure and keep your intentions wrapped in subtlety. This approach of flirting creates intrigue and leaves her thinking about you long after the conversation ends. It's the perfect balance of showing interest while not revealing everything about yourself all at once. Why does this approach work so effectively? It aligns with a core Stoic principle: emotional independence and restraint. When you flirt with respect, you're not desperate for validation. You show that you are comfortable with who you are and your intentions, which is incredibly attractive. People are naturally drawn to someone who's self-assured, not someone who seeks constant affirmation. Think about the people you found attractive. Often, it's the ones who are mysterious yet approachable, who don't reveal their entire self right away. That's the power of restrained attraction. It's an embodiment of Stoic happiness. You find peace and confidence within yourself, not relying on the validation of others. This approach not only makes you more appealing to women, but it also encourages personal growth. By practicing this subtle and respectful flirting, you'll sharpen your ability to communicate with emotional intelligence, which will benefit every area of your life. So ask yourself, are you the kind of man who rushes to impress? Or do you leave a little mystery and show genuine interest without desperation? By embracing Stoic wisdom and mastering the art of respectful flirting, you'll find that your relationships, romantic or otherwise, become more meaningful and authentic. This shift in approach will not only enhance your romantic life, but will also boost your confidence and emotional strength, placing you among the 1% of men who truly understand the power of respect and subtlety. By blending Stoic principles with modern dating dynamics, you'll learn when to act and when to step back, creating an environment of respect and intrigue. It's not about grand gestures, but about making every interaction count in a way that leaves a lasting impact. Women love a man who knows how to flirt with respect, so become that man. Let your actions speak louder than words, and watch as your relationships transform. If you're ready to take your flirting game to the next level, drop a comment saying, "I flirt with respect," and prepare for even more powerful content coming your way. Third secret, the power of a well-timed whisper. There's something timelessly magnetic about a whisper, a quiet, deliberate lowering of your voice that holds more weight than any shouted declaration. Most men overlook this, thinking louder means stronger. But the truth is, true power often lives in silence. A whisper, when used with purpose, cuts through the noise of the world and creates an intimate bubble only the two of you occupy. It's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Lower your tone, lean in slightly, and let your words linger just long enough to stir her curiosity. You're not just speaking into her ear, you're speaking into her nervous system. The Stoic man understands the value of restraint, of choosing the right moment to let intensity simmer beneath the surface. A well-timed whisper sends a message. I don't need to chase attention. I command it by doing less. That kind of calm control doesn't just captivate, it hypnotizes. But timing is crucial. This is not about using words to manipulate or seduce recklessly. It's about offering a moment of raw authenticity, wrapped in softness. Wait for that pause in conversation, when the world seems to fade for a second, and then deliver your whisper. A compliment, a question, even just her name. When spoken with presence, it becomes unforgettable. Remember, a whisper done right tells her you see her in ways others don't. It shows depth, sensitivity, and emotional intelligence. That's the rare energy high-value men bring to the table. The whisper is not about volume, it's about vibration. It's a frequency of connection that speaks directly to the heart. And when you master this subtle art, you'll find that the smallest voice often leaves the loudest echo. This is how you build desire, not by pushing harder, but by pulling her in with the gravity of your stillness. So next time you're close enough, skip the noise, whisper something meaningful, and watch what happens. Fourth secret, the hand on her back in public. 99% of men don't do this, yet it's something women deeply crave. Not because it's flashy or grand, but because it's rooted in calm strength, emotional security, and quiet confidence. I'm talking about the hand on her back in public. It's subtle, barely noticeable to strangers, but to her, it's everything. It's a modern act of chivalry, a silent proclamation that says, I've got you, you're with me, and I'm proud of that. It doesn't scream. It whispers reassurance in the middle of a chaotic world. While most men rush to impress with words or material offerings, the modern Stoic man understands that it's the understated actions that carry the most weight. As Marcus Aurelius said, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. This touch isn't about control. It's about companionship. It's about saying, I'm not in front of you or behind you. I'm right here, beside you. And when you do this, something powerful happens. You build trust without saying a word. You become part of the rare 1% of men who live deliberately and love consciously. Now let's be clear. This isn't about theatrics or showing off. The hand on her back is meaningful precisely because it's not for the world, it's for her. A woman feels emotionally safe when she senses consistency, not just in your promises, but in how you show up everywhere. That touch says, you're not alone. I am here. Steady. It cuts through the noise and anchors her to your presence, which is exactly what Stoic wisdom teaches us, to be unshaken by the external, to master ourselves so that we can be a stronghold for others. Women instinctively sense when a man is present but detached versus when he is grounded and alert. And in a world where most men are distracted, anxious, or self-centered, your calm, composed touch speaks volumes. Just like Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So, even in the midst of stress, a steady hand on her back tells her that you remain unmoved, focused, and deeply connected. You might be thinking, is it really that important? Yes. Because relationships aren't built in explosive moments of passion, but in quiet gestures that signal commitment, emotional intelligence, and strength. That one gesture turns an ordinary walk into a message. You're safe here. It's a signal of honor, dignity, and masculine grace, something so few men master today. And here's the reality. When she feels emotionally safe and respected, she opens up, trusts deeper, and connects stronger. That's how a real bond is formed. So men, if you want to be different, if you want to connect with her soul and not just her body, start with your presence, then reinforce it with your actions. Your touch, your steadiness, your calm leadership. It all begins with one hand on her back. If you've ever done this, or you're planning to try it, drop your story in the comments. I want to hear how it changed your dynamic. Remember, you don't need to do what every other man does. Be the exception. Be the protector who doesn't speak loudly, but whose presence roars with stability. Be the modern stoic. If you agree, comment, I am a modern stoic man. Fifth secret, be her hero, the protector. 99% of men overlook this simple truth, yet it's something women deeply crave, being protected in a quiet, powerful way. Not with bravado, not with dramatic rescues, but with presence, with calm strength, with unwavering support when it matters most. This isn't about becoming some movie hero charging into chaos to save the day. No, the real strength lies in knowing when to step in and how to stand firm. It's about holding your ground when someone disrespects her in public, backing her up in those socially uncomfortable moments, and making her feel safe, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. Even in private, when there's tension or disagreement, you don't walk away or shut down. You stay calm. You listen. You become her rock. That, right there, is what it means to be her hero. And it taps into something ancient and instinctual within her, the deep need for stability and protection in a world that often feels unpredictable. Modern society tells women to be strong and independent, and they absolutely are. But that doesn't erase their desire to feel safe with a man who leads with silent strength. You don't have to be loud. You don't have to dominate. What you need is consistency. Because that's what most men fail to understand. It's not the loud protectors who win her heart, it's the quiet ones who stand firm when things get tough. As Epictetus put it, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When she sees that your reaction to conflict, chaos, or confrontation is grounded in peace, control, and care, she sees a man who can handle life. And if you can handle life, she knows she can trust you to help her carry her burdens too. That trust is everything. In fact, in a world obsessed with showing off, you stand out by staying steady. You become unforgettable by being unshakable. So next time you're out and someone crosses a line with her, speak up. Not to make a scene, but to quietly draw a boundary that says, she's with me and she matters. When she opens up about something hard, don't try to fix it. Just listen. Be there. And when life tries to shake her, let her see that you're unmovable. That's the kind of protector she'll never forget. And that's how you live out modern Stoic masculinity, by showing that you don't need to control everything, just control yourself. That calm, steady presence, that's your superpower. It creates safety, trust, attraction, and love that lasts. Be her hero, not with words, but with actions, and in doing so, become a rare kind of man in today's world, the kind who understands that real strength is quiet, and real protection doesn't need applause. It just needs to be felt. Sixth secret, the power of dreams. The sixth secret of attraction is one that 99% of men overlook, but women absolutely love. And once you understand it, you'll find yourself standing out as part of the 1% of high-value men who truly grasp the power of connection. This secret is the power of dreams. Dreams have long been considered the language of the unconscious, and you can use this knowledge to your advantage to foster a deeper emotional connection. Imagine this, telling a woman that you dreamed about her. It may seem like a subtle gesture, but it's an incredibly powerful one. When you share this with her, you're letting her know that she's been on your mind even when you're asleep, which creates an emotional intimacy that many men fail to cultivate. Think about how rarely a woman hears something like that. It's not about manipulation, but about showing your vulnerability and allowing your true feelings to surface in a natural and heartfelt way. As a man with a Stoic mindset, you don't need to overcomplicate things or put on an act. Instead, by sharing something so simple, like the fact that she was in your dreams, you demonstrate that she is important to you. That feeling of being thought about, even in your sleep, speaks volumes and makes her feel valued in a way that no grand gesture or empty compliment ever could. But it's not just about saying it, it's about how you say it. Keep it authentic and straightforward. For instance, saying something like, "It's funny, I dreamed about you last night. We were just chatting at a cafe, and I woke up with such a good feeling," might seem simple, but the emotional weight it carries is profound. It's a quiet yet powerful message that shows she's been in your thoughts in a meaningful way. This type of genuine expression has an impact that lingers. Women are drawn to these small, unforced actions because they reveal emotional depth and authenticity. By embracing a Stoic mindset of emotional independence, you project an image of being grounded yet open, strong yet vulnerable. This balance is something women naturally admire. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." In this case, being unlike the 99% of men who miss out on the power of emotional connection is a form of quiet strength. It's not about making grand gestures. It's about the little things, the moments of genuine connection that build a solid foundation. So, take a moment to ask yourself, how often do you show someone, especially a woman, that they're on your mind in such a personal, meaningful way? How might she feel hearing that you dreamed about her? And how could this open the door to a deeper emotional connection? By mastering these small but meaningful gestures, you distinguish yourself as a high-value man. Are you ready to be part of the 1% who understands the power of dreams and uses them to create lasting, authentic connections? If so, comment, "I am ready." If you're not quite there yet, that's okay. Just start experiencing and exploring these moments more deeply. Seventh secret, the charm of a beard. Imagine this. What if something as simple as growing a beard could position you among the top 1% of men who effortlessly attract women? At first glance, it might seem easy, right? But growing a beard is much more than just facial hair. It's a powerful statement. In the modern world, a beard is not merely a style choice. It symbolizes masculinity, maturity, and even fertility, all in one. Studies suggest that women often associate bearded men with strength, protection, and the ability to provide. This isn't about appearing rugged or tough. It's about showing you are capable of being a protector, a leader, and a steady anchor in her life. A well-groomed beard speaks volumes. It reveals that you care about yourself, but without vanity. It demonstrates that you value your appearance, yet have the wisdom to prioritize what truly matters. In Stoic philosophy, we're encouraged to present ourselves in a way that reflects our virtue, and a carefully tended beard mirrors that very notion. It signals that you are not obsessed with your looks, nor neglectful of your responsibilities. You are grounded and refined. In modern Stoicism, it's not just about enduring life's hardships. It's about embracing the aspects that make you whole, what signals to the world that you are self-sufficient, confident, and capable of leading. Just as a beard suggests maturity and capability, applying Stoic principles in your life makes you attractively steadfast in ways that go beyond surface-level aesthetics. Have you ever considered how the smallest details in life reveal who you truly are? A beard might seem trivial at first glance, but it can reflect a deeper understanding of yourself. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius famously said, "What we do now echoes in eternity." The effort you put into your appearance mirrors the greater effort you invest in all areas of life. It's not about chasing transient success or external validation. It's about building a lasting presence that reflects your true self, something far more profound and substantial. In a world full of distractions and shifting standards, it's the men who stand firm and take time to care for themselves who command admiration and respect. So, if you've never thought about the power of a beard, now is the time to reconsider. A simple act like growing a beard can convey strength, maturity, and timeless attraction. A well-maintained beard doesn't just improve your appearance, it enhances how you feel because it reflects your inner discipline and self-respect. Take a moment to reflect on how many of these simple principles you've already come across or even applied in your life. Have you ever noticed how something as straightforward as a beard can elevate your presence? If this concept hasn't crossed your mind before, now is the perfect moment to act. It's never too late to integrate Stoic principles into your life, from caring for your body and mind to presenting yourself in a manner that reflects those virtues. By embracing these small yet powerful details, you unlock the ability to connect with others in ways that stand the test of time. By nurturing your physical and mental well-being, you are embodying what it means to live a life aligned with Stoic teachings. This is the foundation of true attraction, a presence that draws people in, regardless of fleeting trends. So take the step into the 1%. Whether it's growing a beard or embracing Stoic wisdom, let your presence be magnetic, commanding admiration and respect. Now think about it. Will you grow a beard after hearing this? Comment 1 if you've recognized its significance, or 2 if you think it's not so important. Your thoughts matter. Thanks for watching. You've learned something powerful today. Small gestures like a hug or forehead kiss speak louder than words. Put this Stoic wisdom into action and watch your relationships grow. Leave a comment below and let me know how you're applying these lessons. Like and subscribe for more Stoic insights. Stay wise and strong.